Hello everyone. So welcome to next session of xpaths. So some more fun things that we'll learn today. So in the last video we talked about different functions. I hope you have done some hands-on so as to learn on it, because it's very important that we do some hands-on to it, otherwise we'll definitely forget. So yes, I am Ajay Bhattacharya, starting with this session. So let's start. Okay, so I will still use the Wikipedia page today, and things we're going to learn today is normalize space. This is another function that we can use. So first we'll try to use this text function. I'll go to Wikipedia. There's this. So what I'm getting is a div tag, okay, and this div tag has a welcome to followed by a space. Okay, supposedly this is a very interesting thing. Many times we don't know how many spaces are there, because visually you don't really understand looking at this text. So you are not really sure, is it one space or two space? By chance if you put two space, it's not going to work. So how do you handle those situations in real life? So there is this function called normalize space. Okay, what this does is it is like a trim function. It will delete the starting and the ending spaces. It will delete the leading and the trailing non-zeros spaces. Okay, so here let me copy this. What I've done this, I've incorporated this in the above text function and removed the space from welcome to at the end, but it still works. See, it contains text and welcomes to. There is no space after this. So in this way you can use this function, and it is very helpful. It is an advanced concept and it is very good to learn. You should know this. This would really help you in your day-to-day life. Okay, so yeah, next one is another fun thing, count. So we can count the number of tags under a particular tag. So under the UL, how many li tags are there, and we would look for only those UL tags for which there are greater than 2 li tags. So let's copy this and try to find if there are any here. So yeah, yes, so this UL should have more than 2 li tags. We are seeing multiple. So let's try equal to 2 and see if we have any. Okay, so it found one. Let's see if we have just 2. Yes, we have just 2. So this is also a very important function if you are aware of the information, and sometimes in sprint automation you need this, wherein you get the code before they are actually built. So you can use this kind of functions if you are aware of the HTML structure. So yeah, and then I'll talk a little bit about the position. We already know that we can index using 1, 2, 3, 4. This will give you the first out, and this would give you the last thing, right? So also, instead of writing 1, we can write position equal to and give. So let's check if this works. Yep, it does. It should return you the second li in the position. Yeah, it's the second li. So if I give this as 5, it should give you the 5th. Okay, so this is something relativity. I thought of talking about relativity. So it's as of now we have seen only one double slash followed by single slash till this point in time, but let me tell you, this is not mandatory. Okay, so you need not always give a single slash after. Like you should know that it's not mandatory to, when you are giving a relative path, you need not give starting 2 slashes and then you should mandatorily give 1 slash. that's not really necessary. You can also give 2 slashes. What does that mean is it will search for any div in the DOM structure. Under that div it will look for a span tag. It could be directly below that div tag. It could be say there could be a number of things here. There could be another div. There may not be this div here. It could be another span. It could be anything out here, but it doesn't really matter. This span tag has to be under this div tag, and then you can give another a, which is just below this span tag. So even if I want, I can give here a double slash. So you should try this. I mean, normally during coding this is very helpful. Many a times I have to use this, and any coder per se will use this. Okay, so let's see if you can find an example here. Yeah, see here there's a div tag, there's another div tag. Under this there is somewhere a span tag. Okay, so here there's a span tag, but it's not directly under the div tag. Okay, under the div tag there is ul, then li, then span, but I have not written this ul and li. I've just given the span tag, and under the span there is a anchor tag. So in that way, many times we can skip some sub levels and we can go directly to this. Okay, so yeah, then I'll talk about child. So child is very simple. Instead of giving slash, you can also write child, like in here we use the word or the function position, right? So yeah, so it's similar way. It's good to know, but it's not useful. I mean, we normally would write this function, but if someone has written this, this is also correct. No, it's good to know. Okay, then I'll talk about ancestor. Okay, so what are ancestors? Ancestors are a very good option in xpath. You know, using them you can really traverse back and forth, not forward but backward, for ancestors. And this is a very good feature of xpath, because this is the only way in which you can go back in a DOM structure, because you cannot go back using CSS selectors and other locators. Okay, so remember this. If somebody asks you that how do you traverse back in a DOM structure, always mention that via xpath we need to do it, because there's no other methodology in which you can do. So okay, so I'll just show you one more shortcut and of ancestor. We can write in this way: ancestor followed by 2 colons and then whatever is your ancestor name, and the shortcut is /... Okay, this is a shortcut for traversing back. I'll show you. Okay, so let us go to the Wikipedia page here, refresh it, and I will open the console. One second. Okay, so after we open the console, let's look for some specific tags. I have picked up this tag earlier. I don't really remember the tag name. Yeah, the tag name is anchor. Sorry. Okay, so we are talking about this specific tag, and see, it has got different parents, right? It has got different ancestors. I'm sorry. One is li, above that you have got ul, and above that you have got div. Okay, so if I use /... I will go to the immediate parent. And that's always you. When you are using backslash dot dot, you need not mention any tag name. You will always go back one level higher. If I still want to go one level higher, I'll have to use backslash dot dot, and I'll go to 2 level higher, like that. So that is one option which you can use instead of ancestor if you want to go one level up, like that. Now if you just want to jump from here to here directly without doing this n number of backslash dot dots, what you have to do is you have to write ancestor double colon and give the tag name, which is say ul, and I'll go here. Okay, now sometimes what you will get is you will get more than one option. So here you are getting just one match, but you might get more than one matches. Okay, if I give div, I'll get 5 matches, and since it's giving 5 matches, by default it will take me away to the furthest ancestor. Okay, it will take me to the oldest forefather kind of thing. So what you have to do is if you want to be to the nearest, always remember to give the index as 1, and you will see the nearest. Furthest anyway is by default, nearest you have to give 1, and for the other options you might give 2, 3, 4, and you might pick that ancestor if you like. Okay, so that's mostly it for the ancestor thing. Go and try it yourself, definitely fun. Okay, yeah, so let me go back to the agenda. Next is following and following sibling. So what's the difference between following and following sibling? For that, let's talk about sibling. Who are siblings? Siblings are our brothers and sisters, right? So for the objects which are in the same level, and by level I mean like this. See here, if I just collapse this, so all the LIs are at the same level, right? They are not child of anyone. I mean, they are child of all the same parent, right? So they are like brothers and sisters of this parent, which is UL, right? So this is a sibling of this. Okay, this are siblings of this. So if I go to UL LI, and let's see, let me pick up something very specific, geography. Okay, now I forgot the tag name again. So the text was geography, right? I have copied it. Yeah, it's an anchor tag. Okay, so yeah, sorry, yeah, so this one. Now we were trying to find out the sibling, like following sibling and following, the difference between them, right? So this A doesn't have anything following. I mean, it has many things following, but it does not have a sibling. But these LIs have a siblings, right? So yeah, let me go back to its parent, which is the LI. Now this has got many siblings, right? So let's write this. Give a double colon and give LI. Okay, how many siblings do we get? We get 6, right? So it's following sibling, right? Means after this sibling, after this brothers, how many brothers were there, right? That's the way. If you count, you will get 6. Here you can visually count also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, right? Yeah, including this maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. And if we are looking for elder brothers, right, we have to use preceding. Yeah, so how many are there? 2, because we were talking about geography. It has geography is this one, 1, 2, right? So yes, 2. Now instead of sibling, if I just remove this particular word, what do I see? Okay, we still see 2. That may be because it doesn't have any li tags before this. Okay, so but let us see the following. Okay, I'll tell you about the preceding one just in a little time. Okay, it has 6, but let me remove this sibling word. We get 211. Why do we get 211? That is because following doesn't really care whether in this DOM structure the other LIs are your brothers or sisters, or this particular LI's brother or sister or not. What it cares about whether there is a LI after this or not. It will count this 6 plus all other LIs in the DOM structure after this. Okay, so that's why there is 211. And preceding, okay, preceding, let us try to pick up some other LIs below down the line. Let's pick something from here. Okay, something from the middle. What do we get here? Gospel music. Control C. ULLI, yeah. Okay, yeah. So if you give the similar kind of structure, right? It has got li, ul, li, and then anchor tag, right? Which contains or text equal to gospel music, and then we are traversing back to the li and following. I am trying to find following sibling. Let me try to find. There are 4. Okay, and if I remove the following, we're getting 195. Okay, but we were talking about preceding and preceding sibling, right? So preceding sibling, how many preceding siblings are there? 3, right? If we look for gospel music is here at this level, it has got 3 tags before that, so preceding siblings are 3. If I remove the sibling word, we get 18. Why do I get that? Because there are many others, like this geography section is there. So it's pointing to the furthest li. So as I mentioned, this was the first li, so we were getting the same results last time. But the other one was not the case, so we got this 18, right? So this is the difference between preceding and preceding sibling, and following sibling. So yeah, this was all that I wanted to convey, and I hope you got lots of chance to learn new types of XPaths and functions used in XPath. Practice them, and if you run into trouble, just let me know. I will share my email address and I'll try to help you guys out. And the more you practice, the more you learn and more expert you become. And mostly in my experience, the work that I have done till now, I don't think we need anything more than this. Okay friends, so that's it from my side today. I think I have tried to cover as many topics as possible for XPath, and mostly I think this is enough for us. If we need to use these for locating any objects, this should be good enough for us. We don't really need any other things. Hope you guys had a chance to learn, and please do let me know in case you want some other additional informations. I'll try to provide them to you, and I'll provide the email address. Let me know how you feel about this, and if any improvements are required. So that's it guys. Thank you. Signing off. Thanks. Bye bye.